I'm Vanessa Ruck, the girl on a bike. Welcome back to my workshop. In this video, I'm going to be myth busting 21 things that a lot of us seem to get wrong, and hopefully it's going to give you a bit more confidence with your bikes. Motorcycle batteries charge themselves while we ride. Wrong. Short rides, low revs, and not frequent riding means that our motorcycle batteries don't get fully recharged. That is where you should have a smart charger like the C-Tech to look after your battery health. WD-40 is the best chain lube. Absolutely wrong. It might get rid of that squeaky hinge or get that bolt unlocked, but it is not the best lubricant to put on your chain. It's going to displace water, but make sure you're using a proper dedicated chain lube to keep that chain safe, healthy, and running smoothly. Torque wrenches are for perfectionists. Absolutely wrong. Doing the white knuckles, I've done this for years, getting it the right tension is not the safest way to do up your bolts. Having a torque wrench is the best way to go for safety, saving money, preventing you over tightening and cracking an engine case, and it enables you to follow the proper torque wrench requirement, Newton meter force onto your bolts. If you don't know what I'm talking about, check out my full video on torque wrenches, what they are, why you should use them, when you should use them, and also how to service and keep them working. Battery is totally dead, you need to put it in the bin. Wrong. Most batteries, even if they go totally flat and can't do anything, can be brought back to life with a smart maintenance charger. Get yourself one. Get it hooked up, it will check it out, and it should regenerate it. And if you're not sure what I'm talking about on battery life, check out my other video all about how a battery works and why this magic is going to save you quite a lot of money. Lowering your bike is going to completely ruin your handling. Boom! Totally wrong. I've lowered my rally bike 40mm and my hard enduro bike, and lowering your bike can have huge advantages of actually being able to touch the ground, and confidence is king. I also have a series on suspension on my channel. Check it out for more details on how you can lower your bike, because it's not just in the suspension. Busted! An uncomfortable bum on a motorcycle means an uncomfortable motorbike. Absolutely not. An uncomfortable bum is hugely associated to the seat you're on, and custom aftermarket seats are available on pretty much every single type of motorcycle. From a custom Harley Cruiser to an adventure bike, all the way through to a KTM rally replica rally bike that does extreme desert racing. My bike here has a custom seat. It is unbelievably comfortable and is the difference between a sore bum and a happy bum. So, busting that one too. A dirty bike chain, clean it with petrol. Super easy, put in a bowl, splosh it all around. Wrong. Absolutely, and brands like Tsubaki who make chains will be rolling in their grave if they were dead. Do not ever let petrol touch your chain. Now, modern chains, especially when they're X or O-ring, have very sensitive parts, lubrication, O-rings in there that are going to be completely destroyed and perished by petrol. Petrol is not designed for cleaning chains. It's designed to go in your fuel tank. Keep it that way, and make sure you look at the guidelines of the proper premium chain manufacturers on how to tune your chain, because petrol, sorry, we've busted that. It's not for cleaning chains. I still have so many more myths to share in this video, but quickly, if you think there are any myths that I have missed, get them in the comments below, and let's make the comment section of this video an area for knowledge and sharing. Next up, we've got our brake fluid. You don't ever need to change it. Absolutely wrong. This is one of those things you want to be changing every couple of years. It absorbs moisture, and with any of the things that are going into that brake fluid, it is going to decrease the performance of your brakes. And let's just say you don't want to be going in a fast position and not have them work when you pull it in. Tyre kick. Totally okay way to check your tyre pressures. Seems all right. Totally wrong. You've got to check your tyre pressures, and tyres are designed to run at a certain PSI, and it's not just because the tyre manufacturers think you should run it like that. There's scientific research behind it, which can actually save you money. At the optimum pressure, they're going to have the most performance, the most longevity and the most safety for you out there, and obviously the most grip. And when you bend it, throttle it around a corner, you want to know that that tyre's got you. It can also reduce the risk of punctures by having the right pressure. So many reasons to bust that myth. Got myself a beautiful new chain, and now that I'm going to put it on my bike, no chain maintenance is needed because it is a sealed, lubricated chain. Absolutely wrong. Even with modern X-type and O-type sealed chains, which are designed for that beautiful smooth performance, you still need to be cleaning them, lubricating and looking after them. But if you go for a high quality, decent chain manufacturer like Tsubaki, then that chain is going to give you the best optimum performance, life, and save you some money in the long run. And you're always going to know that that chain is there to perform when you're on the motorbike. Oil changes should be left to the max interval on your owner's manual to really get the most out of that oil. Wrong. Depending on the conditions you're riding in, the amount of load, how aggressively you're riding, there's a whole load of factors. You should be changing your oil much more frequently than that. Letting your oil go longer than that risks putting extra load and stress on your engine. Keep on top of your oil changes. When you're putting a new chain on your motorcycle, you don't need to change the sprocket. You can just keep running the old one and they will make friends. Absolutely wrong. They will make friends, but the old sprocket will cause your new chain to wear much more quickly. So always make sure you're putting a new sprocket on with your new chain. Simple as that. And make sure you're using a decent quality brand. More tension on your chain is a good thing because more tension means more power. Absolutely not. Always make sure your chain tension is set correctly for your bike. An over-tightened chain can put so much more stress on your drive chain, on the parts, causing fatigue and potentially even failure. A high-pressure jet wash is the ultimate way to clean your motorcycle. Wrong. Putting a high-pressure wash of water, don't worry, it's off, onto your motorcycle is a really, really good way to get into all the cricks and crannies, which can remove all the grease, it can dislodge things, it can damage the electrics. You want to be using a gentle spray of water, the right cleaners and the right brushes and cloths. These are great, but don't get into all of those crevices with one of these. High performance fuel will make your motorcycle go so much faster. Wrong. Unless the engine is designed to take high octane fuels, it won't change the performance at all. Stick to the grade of fuel that's recommended for the bike that you're riding. Air filters last forever. Absolutely not. This is designed to filter the crud out of the air that's being sucked into your engine. If you don't clean it, it's going to reduce the airflow going to the engine, which is going to affect the combustion. If you take off-road bikes, these massively need cleaning if you're in dusty conditions, and making sure that they're oiled correctly, preventing the water going in. An air filter isn't just for life. Holding your breath at traffic lights is totally needed so your visor doesn't steam up. Absolutely not. If you get yourself a pin lock, the insert in here, then you can avoid that happening. But more importantly, pin lock actually also needs to be maintaining. Periodically, you need to take the pin lock off, let it dry out, get the moisture out and refit it. If that is an option on your helmet, you can also get anti-fog cleaners and rain droplet cleaners that help the visor to work more appropriately. While I've got a helmet on my head, oh gosh, it smells in there. A sweaty helmet is a sign of some badass riding. Maybe, but you don't need to have a smelly helmet. Most helmets have liners that can be taken out and then you can wash them. So you don't need to have a stinky helmet. Get them in the wash. Old tyres with loads of grip are totally safe and just as good. Absolutely not. Tyres and rubber compounds massively deteriorate with age, especially if they're in sunlight, being weighted down by the motorcycle parked up, or in sort of changing dampness of conditions. You can see this tyre here, there's loads of tread left on it, but it's cracked and perished. that is going to hugely decrease the performance, the grip, and the safety of that tyre. Really, you want to be replacing them. I don't want to put a timeline on it, but 5 or 6 years is a very long time for a tyre to be sat. And if it's looking cracked, anything like this, it's really not something that you're going to be wanting on your bike. Revving your engine is the best way to warm up your engine. Actually, no, it's not. It's pretty unkind on a cold engine. The best way is to let it idle, take it for a gentle ride, and let it warm up the way it's meant to, not just pinning it on a cold, oily day. Pow, 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 pow! Mist busting! Mist busting. That's probably because there's so much two-stroke in this room for me just starting the engine up. That is me wrapped on my myth busting. Let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know what I should have added to the list. Is there anything in here that is new to you? And if you're new to my channel, please do hit subscribe, share it with friends, and let's just help build a community of knowledge in the motorcycle industry. I'm Vanessa Ruck, the girl on a bike. Pow, pow, pow! Over and out.